leader has a meaning, you lead. Yeah? And leading means when you lead, that means there will be follower. Yeah, follower. There will be follower. And leader and follower has an authentic relationship that they must work together, and they would try to bring the level of morality and motivation each other higher and higher, and that's what it should be. You are not yourself a leader if you don't have follower, and that's what I realized and become aware that if I can lead the team, even I may be just a manager of a small department or what, as long as you have people that you have to lead, meaning you yourself is a leader. And that goes maybe 30 years ago that I realized I have the potential to be a leader. And the role of leader, in my opinion, basically is one: to influence, to get people to understand why we are doing it, why we need to change, and that is the main factor of a leader. Malaysia is ready. We have many leaders and they are qualified, they have the experience, they have the expertise, but more important is they are smart, clever in this era of technology. However, we have to develop leaders, that are what we call far-sighted, that can see and balance in whatever they do. And in my opinion, Malaysian leader that we need to develop and create are someone that has this package of wisdom in what they are able to lead. And that is an important criteria. You have to have a balance between the needs of all level of community, societies, stakeholder. So if you are able to do that without disrupting the harmony, the flow of a group or a society, then I think we have them. It's a matter of how we should get this talent to surface. And this is why I believe the target now is to give a more emphasis to the young ones. In conferences, be it in many disciplines, we are talking about always trying to bring up the capabilities of the young ones in terms of their leadership skills. I'm very positive that we have, because if you look at members of parliament, state executive councillors and state representatives from the political side, the economists, the bankers, we have the good ones. We have the good ones that can really plan Malaysia to be among the leading emerging markets. I believe in that. But as I said, a true leader is only someone that can be a balance to, again, as I said, to the stakeholder. We started, Malaysia started many years ago with a very high level of, or high standard in providing education services to its population. We inherit very good system of education. However, technology change, and I think Malaysia now should move forward talking about information technology, digital technology. We must move, the education must move towards that. And I'm glad that I'm involved with the Ministry of Higher Education for the moment, which has this what we call target of soaring upwards, yeah, in the sense that they want to redesign how education should be taught or should be shared in Malaysia for the population. And moving forward, as much as you know, subsequently with education, people will join the workforce. And every workforce now, yeah, require you to be technology savvy, yeah. And if you are not, I think you will be left behind. And this is what it is, yeah. Technology will drive business. Technology will drive economy. Technology will drive most of what we are doing now and the future. I think it's not the limitation that these women think, you know, business is not maybe their not being a breadwinner, so they don't think that taking the lead, you know, in an organization is a role initially that the women should pursue for. But things have changed, yeah. Now with the more women coming into the education, and we are talking about currently more than 70% in some of the universities are women, we should be talking about women having to have more roles in the business. I'm quite glad there's quite a lot of institutions and even companies that take the role to facilitate the women to be in business, conducting courses or what, but it's the women themselves, whether they want to do it. The government has targeted in the public sector that more than 30% or minimum 30% should be given to the women to run the public service. But in the private sector, in the corporate world in Malaysia, we did not indicate of that there's a ceiling or what. I'm sure there are many bright women in many sectors, and given the chance, yeah, it is the women, I think, that should come forward that they are able to do. Nobody, in my case, yeah, nobody tells me I can do or I cannot do it. But I prove that I am able to do what is expected of me, and then I see there's no glass ceiling, there's no hindrance for me to achieve to the level of being a managing director of a big public listed company. So being the former managing director, especially at least in KPJ, we give the chance to many women to take the lead role, yeah. And the women, I think, you know, the strength of a woman in running a business, in playing whatever role that they need be in terms of leadership, is they have always this sixth sense, the intuition, yeah. How sometimes being a mother, being a sister, being you know, the maternal leader in their own household or in their own community, they should bring whatever that they have in terms of these styles, capabilities, yeah, in what they are doing, even in a small role, forward so that they can run a business. I see this, for example, like women in Malaysia, many of them started to be petty traders. It's the women that do it. It's only that now you have to culturalize it, yeah, make it as a culture that going into business for women is not a far journey for them to achieve.